Hi everybody! Today I thought I'd try my hand at filming a video about what I coloured during October of 2022, because these are the kind of videos that I love to watch myself, so I thought, hey, why not have a go and see what I could come up with myself. Please bear with me though, because I'm pretty new to this whole filming thing for YouTube, so if anybody has any hints or tips or ways I could improve, please put them down in the comments and I'll make sure to read them. So let's get started. The first one I'd like to show, which is pretty much the only one that isn't Halloween themed this month, being spooky season and all, is from Kindness by Grazia Salvo. And I coloured this lovely lady here. Just get her into frame, there we go. And she's coloured with Crayola pencils, including the Colours of the World set, which I think I used for her skin there, and the normal set. Also, for this image, I used gold gel pen to outline these flowers in the background, some gold acrylic paint to fill in the outlines of a few down here and around here for a bit of variety. Also the white gel pen for highlights in her hair and on her dress there, and some dovecraft glitter glue in crystal, I think, over the background there for some sparkle. Don't get that working, there we go. It's a lovely sparkly background, which I think works really well, makes it look really pretty for this picture. There we go, my only non-Halloween themed picture this month by Grazia Salvo from Kindness. Okay, on to the next one. This is from Colouring Heaven Wildwood Witches Special, designs by Steve Hutton. And the one I have actually finished is this one here. Now this one was actually a whip for a very long time. Just get rid of that tag there. This one was a whip for a very long time because I wasn't really sure how to go about it, because I loved the middle design with the lady and the two birds each side of her there, but the rest of the image was trees, a big forest in the background there, and I really don't like colouring trees, so it took me a while to figure out how to go around this. So what I ended up doing, I took a plate, sort of side plate size, and drew a round circle there around her to frame her, and coloured in over all the rest of it with a black marker. Then I did this little design onto tracing paper, traced it over onto the image, went over that with a silver gel pen, and there's a couple of my stick-on crystals there, and I drew in these clouds down the bottom with my pencils, like I usually use Arteza Expert and Castle Arts soft touch pencils, and a few little stars with white gel pen. The witch herself, she has a marker base over most of her, I think, there. Arteza Expert and Castle Arts pencils again over the top with glitter glue on her neckline there to make her shirt a little bit shimmery. There's washi tape, these little bits with the crosses there, just to add a bit of a fabric effect, and these bits on her sleeves here with the stars. Those are actually birthday wrapping paper, which I traced the shape of her top of her sleeve onto the wrapping paper, cut it out and just stick it on top there. There's some more washi tape down for the bottom of her sleeves, silver gel pen, and yeah, glitter glue again in the background there, I think, and a few more crystals on her crown. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's the glitter glue in the background. So yeah, that one was a pretty fun one to do once I'd actually figured out how I was going to do it. And I'm pretty happy with how she turned out. Yeah, looks really cool. There we go, that's Wildwood Witches Special by Steve Hutton. Next, Halloween theme again. This is Enchanted Halloween by Lynn. And in this one, I coloured this little vampire lady. And to make a change from my coloured pencils, for this one I coloured her using decotime coloured pencils, which are on sale here in the UK at a store called B&M. I picked up well out one day and I thought I'd try them out, and they did seem to work quite well on this Amazon paper. It does have a marker background for most of the background there, you can see, and I have worked on top with my decotime pencils. There's white gel pen, her highlights in her hair there, around the highlights on the pedestal. Lots of glitter glue, of course, as per usual, especially on her dress, and here on the spider webs. And there's a white gel pen, highlights for her eyelashes, and this part of her dress here is paper collage. And how I did this time was I cut out the shape in her dress there that I wanted to be the actual pattern, and I stuck it on. Can you see? I stuck the paper actually behind there, which, because this is a single-sided book, I could get away with doing that, and I think that works really well. I like how she turned out, and she was a pretty interesting page to colour this month, because it's actually a recolour of a page I did. There we go. This version I did way back in 2019, way back at the start of my colouring journey, when I wasn't really sure of what I was doing, and this was actually my very first attempt ever at using alcohol markers as a base. There we can see, it's my very first attempt ever using alcohol markers for a base, and I figured out I liked it. I have had a lot of practice since then, and I think, yep, there's definitely a lot of improvement going on in, gee, that's 4 years now, 4 years since then. Long time. Okay, next one, Unicorn Special by Colouring Heaven. This one shows a variety of artists, but the picture that I've coloured here is line art by Selena Fennick. And there we go. And as you can see, I have made a few changes to this picture from the original, which was just originally a normal unicorn there in his forest there. But I drew in these extra little bits with a black fine liner, I think a Unipin fine liner, and turned him into a zombie by turning his face into a skull, adding these ribs here, and his knee there, which isn't really visible, but it's there. It's a zombie knee. I made him muddy. He's standing in his little mud puddle there in his forest. And for this one, I used alcohol base, as you can see there, and worked on top with my Castle Arts and my Arteza Expert pencils. There is white gel pen, as usual, for highlights in the hair, for making the effect of the grass. And on his horn, I added in some of my dovecraft glitter glue. I can make that sparkle there a little bit. That is actually sparkly on his horn there. But yeah, that one is by Selena Fennick from Colouring Heaven Unicorn Special. There we go. This next one I'm going to show you is from Colouring Heaven Bad Girls Halloween Special, which also shows a variety of artists in this issue. But this line art I chose to color in is Raven by Lisa Mitrokin. And for this one, I made a kind of parchmenty style, grungy looking background with chalk pastel by scribbling it down and then blending it in with my finger and a tissue and just rubbing it into the paper to make this kind of rough and grungy looking parchment background. I worked on top with Castle Arts and Arteza Expert pencils, as per usual, and I tried to keep it pretty much monotone, apart from this one flower in the middle, which I tried to make it look as if it's glowing there with the white gel pen outline, and I gave the effect that the light is shining onto the raven's tummy there with the a bit purple and the white on his tummy. Not quite sure how well that actually worked, but yeah, it was a fun experiment anyway, if nothing else. So that is by Lisa Mitrokin from Colouring Heaven Bad Girls Halloween Special. The next one I have to show you is actually one that I've drawn myself. This one is some line art, which is actually from my Etsy store, and I coloured this one myself because I couldn't resist it. I've given her an alcohol background, as I usually do. I've worked on top with my Castle Arts and my Arteza Expert pencils. I have given her glitter glue on on her flowers there to make her a bit sparkly, because even when you're Gothic you can still sparkle. And I've given her a crystal as a piercing there on her lip. This effect around the background is the same as my Raven picture. I did it with chalk pastel, and rubbed it in with my finger, gave it a kind of parchmenty effect around the background. And for a bit of a grunginess to add on top of it, this is a gold acrylic paint, which I have watered a little bit, picked it up on the brush and splattered onto the background there to give a bit more of a grungy effect for my little Gothic girl there. And there she is, and that is the last picture I've actually completed this month, but I do have two that are whips on the go. First of all, there is this lady here, which is Batgirl by Lendl Art from Colouring Heaven Bad Girls Halloween special, and you might recognise this one from my very first video ever. It actually shows how I coloured in this flower crown there, but the rest of the picture still waiting to be finished. She might be a bit late for Halloween this year, but I will get her finished in time. And there we go, the other whip that I also didn't finish for Halloween. This is from Colouring Heaven Halloween special. I can't remember. Issue 80, there we go, Halloween special from a few years ago. And this one is by, oh, how to pronounce it? Rosary Soanamama. There we go, this one, which also didn't get finished in time. But this one so far is with Black Widow pencils that I was testing out, because I've only just got my hands on a set. And this is the first Black Widow Scorpion set that I've had, and I thought I'd try them out on this, and they work really well actually. I'm quite impressed with those and happy with how that one's turning out so far. Another one I need to work on before the end of the year. But that is how we stand at the moment, everything I coloured in October. So that's all for this time. Thank you for watching if you've stayed with me, and feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Hopefully there'll be more videos in the future. Bye.